Hey, it's me, Joe Matarese, and welcome to the podcast. Joe has an excellent show lined up for you. He'll be taking you on a laughter-filled roller coaster ride with none other than my good friend, Jam Morgan. Hey, Jam, are you there?
Hello?
You got Matarese. How's it hanging?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Well, Joe's not doing too good. Finally wrapping up this stand-up daydream. It's more like a fucking nightmare.
Why?
We gotta face it, Jam. We're not getting any younger. I mean, look at you with the radio thing. You seriously gonna keep up with that?
Yeah, it's my job.
Why not just tap out before it's too late?
I like doing this for a living.
Come on, tap out with me.
What do I tap out of?
You know, comedy, performing, clowning around. Face it, we ain't got it no more.
I understand that.
In a way, you're kinda fortunate. Everything I do's got a fucking parade of faggots fucking with my livelihood. One guy FedExed me dog shit. Said it was a review for Medicated. I guess people hate me or something.
You think I don't get that?
But you're John Norton. Used to be a legend.
I get a lot of fucking hatred.
Come on, Jam, you were hilarious. You know, a long time ago.
Do you know how many times I've had to go on the road and do the apology tour?
But you're a fucking riot. That chippers and shit, priceless. So you tell a few puns, put on a couple of wigs. I mean, what's their problem?
I'll tell you what it is.
Well, I know, it's Sam Roberts. I warned you about him. The guy looks like an albino chimpanzee. You should never have partnered with that Sesame Street-looking faggot.
Not worth it.
But even so, what makes you think people hate you?
Because no matter who comes on this show, no matter who does well on this show, they start to hate.
Yeah, you don't gotta tell me twice. You ever get it where you're on a show and the host just berates you for 2 hours? Happened to me that one time. I even got hounded by the fucking draft dog. Called me Robert De Zero right to my face. You believe that?
Yeah, no, I know all that.
Well, ain't you tired of busting your balls for trolls who could give a fuck where your next spot is?
No.
Face it, they don't want us no more.
I don't blame them.
I don't get it. Why ain't you angry?
Because you're gonna wind up feeling shitty anyway.
I'll be honest, I can't deal right now. And on top of everything else, my psychiatrist is weaning me off Adderall.
That's a rough one.
I'm telling you, Jordan, I can't do sober. I tried it once, ended up headbutting a pair of scissors. You believe that?
Well, believe me, I struggle with it too.
Well, I take my hat off to you, but, well, I ain't wearing one. That's a joke I do. You know, it works better on stage.
Yeah, but it's funny, 23 years, actually, over 20 years I've been sober, and obviously my sobriety needs work.
So what do you think? What's an Italian gotta do to get on the wagon?
You know, it's funny, talking to people helps a lot, going to more meetings.
It's too hard to quit right now. Just yesterday, my wife snuck a fentanyl into my pastrami.
You know, I am really lucky that I got sober at a time where a lot of people go like, ah, man, you didn't even have a problem. Like, I know people say that.
I know, and it's bullshit. I remember you calling your sponsor at Caroline's because of the hand wash in the bathroom. You're pretty serious about this shit.
You're gonna fuck up something for an empty promise, man. Addiction is just an empty promise.
We both have these, addictive personalities. You with the porn and the alcohol, and me with the pills and the constant failure.
That's the sick part about this shit. Like, I always want more than my share.
So your path is greed, whilst mine is misery. I think I'm starting to get it.
It sums up what's wrong with me.
How do you mean?
I can be such a fucking baby and such a selfish asshole.
So you're like a baby boy.
I always want more pleasure than I'm entitled to. I want more food than I'm entitled to.
You're telling me? Last time I saw you, you went fucking postal for an egg white. Fucking blew my mind. Why not just sit back and take it easy?
Because I'm too busy bitching and sniveling about what I don't have.
Speaking of being a faggot, I hear you're dating Thor Ragnarok.
Who, me?
Yeah, something about a chatterbait multisexual named Princess Alina.
Why are we talking about that?
Why are you paying tokens to some glam rock Dolph Lundgren?
I'm a grown man.
Wait, it's just gone live right now. Whoa, what in the... It's fucking twirling. Why is it doing that?
Because it's money.
Look at the donations. Seems like this monster's just extorting a bunch of depressed perverts. Don't you feel shitty?
They're not awful to me.
Well, I sort of get the tranny thing, what with that Sue Lightning. But this Alina shit, didn't you find it a little threatening?
I didn't find that threatening, I just enjoyed it.
But look at this thing, it's whipping it around like a fucking lasso. It's that Yosemite Sam cartoon, but you know, with cocks.
There's a way to enjoy that without feeling threatened by it.
So, you were dating this in-between, or?
We were friends first, for a long time, and then we dated, and like, anything else, it's hard. You fight, and then you break up, and then you become friends again, and we're just better friends than we were a couple.
And you two ever, you know, Coco Jambo?
Yes.
How do you fit all that inside you? I mean, I saw what happened to Mr. Hands.
I knew where the tension was.
Like a parking sensor for sodomy.
She felt it and I felt it.
Seems like you two had fun up there.
I loved it.
I guess knowing what this sick fuck's doing right now is kinda tough for you.
It's hard.
And now you're friend-zoned by He-Man and his power sword.
Being the guy friend stinks.
So, what happened?
We have this weird dynamic, we're both men.
I thought you fairies were above all this romance shit. Why not just keep it casual?
Because again, he's my friend and you know the relationship,
I'm sorry, I can't keep talking about this gay shit. You mind if we do plugs?
Alright.
So I posted a link to my Etsy page. I got a vintage dresser, repainted in lavender, looking for $60 or something. I just texted the link to you.
Is that it?
Yeah, gave it that shabby chic look. What do you think?
Terrible.
So you're an expert on furniture now?
I'm not an expert, I'm a fucking high school dropout. I claim to be nothing but that.
Well, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This is my passion.
Alright, whatever makes you happy, my friend.
Anyway, Jam, thanks for coming on.
I didn't know we were wrapping it up.
Well, that's the podcast.
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Good luck to you.